Hello everyone, this is Tamal Muthu. Welcome to my Policies at Work presentation. In this presentation, I'm going to share my experience with the implementation of web content filtering system. Before we proceed to the presentation, a little bit introduction about myself. I'm an information security consultant and I have been working in IT security domain for past 8 years, focused on perimeter security mostly. And I have implemented DLP, SIEM, IPS, web application firewalls, next generation firewalls for several organizations in the past. In this presentation, I'm going to share with you an introduction about the web content filtering system, their pros and cons, relevant policy, which is used as a baseline to implement such a security solution, the challenges, the implementation steps, and post-implementation process, the operation and management part of it, and the conclusion. Web content filtering system is a program to screen and decide whether to display a web page or not in accordance to the organization's policy. It can be implemented in two ways, either by using a solution dedicated for URL filtering or by using any next generation firewall in the perimeter, which offers URL filtering as one of their security feature. Web content filtering system is mainly focused on blocking malicious websites from the security standpoint. But companies do use them to prevent employees to access websites belongs to certain categories in accordance to their policies. Pros and cons. On the positive side, it offers better security. It increases productivity by preventing employees to reach websites that will affect productivity in an organization network. It's also prevent internet misuse or bandwidth exploitation. On the negative side, it adds overhead to the operations management, and privacy and freedom is also a concern when web content filtering system implemented with the user ID feature enabled. It offers visibility into web traffic, which is mapped to every user in the network. Hence, it can affect the staff morale as well. Relevant policy. Internet usage policy is the relevant policy that uses a baseline to implement web content filtering system. It must be simple, clear, and precise so that it can be communicated effectively to the employees, the end users, to understand the intensity of the monitoring in place and what is the visibility it offers to the monitoring team and what are the consequences in violating such policy. In this slide, I'm just sharing a snapshot of a sample policy to explain how the purpose and scope of a web content filtering system or internet usage policy should be framed. So the purpose should explain why the monitoring is in place and what is the objective of such policy. The scope should cover what are the communications, what are the areas in the network that are being monitored to achieve the objective or the purpose of the policy. More into the internet usage policy. So this snapshot explains what are the parameters are being captured and available for monitoring purposes and who are all having access to all those parameters and what are the websites and the related categories are being blocked or monitored in accordance to the company's policy. Challenges. There are a lot of options available in the market with regards to choosing an apt solution for any organization. It's always best to choose the technology that suits the requirement and then also that can be integrated with an existing infrastructure with very minimal disturbance. And also it's key to communicate effectively to all the end users pre-implementation, explaining the policies and the impact of the changes that's going to happen by having the web content filtering system in place. Implementation. The key aspect of implementation is determine the categories need to be blocked according to the policy. URLs are categorized differently for each vendor since they maintain their own URL database based on their algorithms. It's best practice to move from detection mode to prevention mode. So while you're implementing a web filtering system in detection mode, it gives you insight into what are the user's nature of activities in the network. And based on the assessment in detection mode, you can devise the prevention policy where the websites will be blocked in a more decisive fashion. It's also key to have a blocked response page configured in the solution, which will notify the end user when a website is blocked, explaining why it is blocked and what is the reason, and whom they should reach out to in case if they have a business justification that the specific website should be allowed. In most cases, it will be the service desk contact information so that they can reach out with a screenshot of the blocked page so that it can be addressed. Post-implementation support and hypercare is very important from the end user perspective to assure a smooth rollout of web content filtering system. Most of the requests post-implementation coming from the end users are related to new domains, URLs that are wrongly categorized. URL belongs to blocked categories but required for business reasons. And another classic example is urbandictionary.com. It belongs to a reference and research category in Palo Alto and other adult materials category in Fortinet's database. In conclusion, web content filtering system provides better security and visibility. It helps in incident response investigation related to malicious websites. An excellent option to monitor and evaluate bandwidth usage on web browsing. It's highly recommended for new security professionals to explore and learn using open source tools such as OpenDNS. It's also key to understand that managing and continuous tuning of any security device, including the web content filtering system, to maintain the security posture of the network. These are the references I have used to prepare this presentation from Fortinet, Palo Alto, and SANS. Thank you everyone for listening through the presentation. Please post your questions on the discussion board. I will answer all your questions to the best of my knowledge. Thank you.